Sometimes all it takes is one person to change a life forever. In a public school in the United States, there was a boy almost no one noticed. His name was Ethan. He wasn't loud. He didn't cause trouble. He didn't raise his hand often. Most days, Ethan sat in the back of the classroom, quietly finishing his work while the rest of the class moved on without him. Teachers marked him as average. Students barely remembered he was there. To them, Ethan was invisible. At home, things weren't much different. His mother worked 2 jobs. His father had left years ago. Evenings were quiet, filled with reheated meals and unfinished conversations. Ethan learned early not to complain and not to ask for much. He learned to stay quiet. At school, when group projects were assigned, no one picked him first. Sometimes no one picked him at all. Teachers assumed he preferred to work alone. The truth was, Ethan didn't prefer it. He had simply gotten used to it. Everything changed in the middle of an ordinary school year. A new English teacher joined the school. Her name was Ms. Carter. She wasn't loud or strict. She spoke calmly, listened carefully, and paid attention to things others ignored. On her first day, she did something unusual. Instead of starting with rules, she asked the class to write a short paragraph about something they cared about. No grades, no pressure, just honesty. Most students wrote quickly, some joked, others rushed through it. Ethan didn't. He stared at the blank page for a long time. Then slowly, carefully, he began to write. When Mrs. Carter collected the papers that afternoon, she noticed something strange. Ethan's paper was longer than everyone else's. That night, she read it, and she stopped halfway through. Not because it was bad, but because it was exceptional. Ethan wrote with depth, with emotion, with clarity far beyond his age. He described loneliness in a way that felt real, not dramatic. He wrote about watching the world quietly, about feeling unseen, about hoping one day someone would notice. Mrs. Carter sat back in her chair. She realized something no one else had. This boy wasn't average. He was unheard. The next day, Mrs. Carter asked Ethan to stay after class. Ethan's heart raced. He thought he was in trouble. When the classroom emptied, Ms. Carter smiled gently and said, "Ethan, have you ever thought about writing more?" Ethan didn't know how to answer. No teacher had ever asked him that before. She handed him his paper and said, "You have a voice, and it matters." Those words stayed with him. For the first time, Ethan felt seen. Over the next few weeks, Ms. Carter encouraged Ethan quietly. She didn't embarrass him. She didn't put him on the spot. She gave him books. She left small notes of encouragement. She asked for his opinions after class. Slowly, Ethan began to change. Not loudly, not suddenly, but confidently. He started raising his hand. He participated in discussions. Other students began to notice him. Some were surprised, others were curious. One day, Ms. Carter announced a school-wide writing competition. The prize wasn't big, just recognition. She encouraged everyone to submit something. Ethan hesitated. Old fears came back. What if he wasn't good enough? What if people laughed? Ms. Carter didn't push him. She simply said, "Whatever you decide, I believe in you." That was enough. Ethan submitted his piece. Weeks passed. Then one morning, the principal entered Ms. Carter's class. He called out a name. "Ethan!" The room went silent. Ethan felt his stomach drop. The principal smiled and said, "Congratulations, you've won first place." For a moment, Ethan didn't move. He thought he misheard. But then the class applauded. Some students looked shocked, others smiled. Ethan stood up, shaking. For the first time, the entire school knew his name. That day changed everything. Teachers started treating Ethan differently. Students asked him for help. His confidence grew, but more importantly, Ethan believed in himself. Years later, Ethan would remember Ms. Carter not for changing his grades, but for changing how he saw himself. This is why teachers matter. This is why noticing one student can change a life forever. Sometimes all it takes is one person to see what the world ignores. If this story moved you, watch more real human stories on this channel.